He does a little bit of everything, just so different, so unique in his style.
I have absolute faith and trust in Michael's abilities. I think they're much larger than anyone has dreamt of. I think he's going to be one of the great superstars of all time.
He's a brilliant dancer and a wonderful singer and an amazing product of his universe.
He's influenced styles, he's influenced singing, he's influenced dancing, he's influenced videos for sure. He is the ultimate artist.
Because he just completely changed what people thought the video could be.
It took music to a completely different level.
Is that the strength of his music still lives in the minds and hearts of people, and that's powerful.
One of the most talented people ever to live.
#1 star musically on earth.
Michael Jackson, the Guinness Book of World Records has listed Thriller as the biggest selling album of all time.
Michael Jackson has become the first artist in the history of music to generate 6 #1 singles off one album. The album, of course, is Bad.
What Michael Jackson has achieved is a tribute to 20 years of hard work, energy, tireless dedication. Your success is an American dream come true.
Something needs to put a joke back in the music industry. And the only thing that can do that is the joke itself. The energy that sparked the imagination of the kids that me, you know, the Justin Timberlakes. We're all products of this. So the only person that could put that joke back in it, to that monstrosity of entertainment and music, is the one who created that.
My sister and I, we loved to sing together. And after we got married, and when we were recording, Joe and I used to sing a lot. So when the kids came along and we sang together, they were just little kids. When the television would break down and it's snowing outside, we'd just sit in the house and sing all day on Saturday and Sunday or something like that until we got the TV back. We sang country western songs, and we'd sing folk songs. And I discovered then they had perfect harmony, and so that's what happened.
We used to sing for the neighbors for cookies because we loved cookies. It was so cute because Michael would play the bongos on these little Quaker Oat boxes, and I would be the singer, and he would be playing the bongos and sort of dancing, and then all of a sudden he started singing, and it just come out of nowhere, and he started singing and dancing.
My father was a musician. He played the guitar. My brother Tito would play his guitar when he left home. And my father came home one day, and my mother told him, she said, you know, your sons have talent.
And I said, why don't you listen to them? I think they sound pretty good. And so he finally, after persuading him, he finally listened.
Tito was playing a Motown song, and we started making it in harmony, and he said, wow. So he started investing time and money into getting instruments and us getting together and start singing more Motown music.
We'd like you to meet the man that was responsible for getting the whole Motown story started, president of the Motown Record Corporation, Mr. Berry Gordy. Hi, old buddy.
James Brown was a very good influence in our lives, too. Michael would be doing the James Brown all the time. Before he started singing, he was dancing. James Brown, wanting to be like James Brown. Michael just started singing James Brown stuff, and he would sing these songs higher in his key. And just the excitement of him being there, him being cute and dancing around and moving, it worked. We have all equipment in the living room. We would move the table because it was a small house the size of a 2-car garage. And we would pull all our stuff out and we'd be rehearsing. The doorbell would ring. It would be a neighbor across the street. But can they come out to play? And I said, no, not today. We have a show that we're practicing. The father made sure we got it right. He was just, you got to go over it, you got to go over it. Because he said, when you get on stage, there's no second chances. You got to get it the first time.
He started working with them every single day, and he never let go, he never stopped. And he kept pushing them to improve and to get better and to get better. And yes, they did.
After a while they got, what do you call them, gigs at other places. And they went from there, they went to Chicago to the Regal Theater.
The Jackson 5 had been performing in local clubs and bars and still hadn't got their big break. But one person was about to discover their incredible talent.
I used to play the Regal Theater in Chicago all the time. And they used to have a talent show, an amateur night. And they came in the dressing room, and Michael, he was so little, his little legs wouldn't even barely touch the floor, you know, hanging off the sofa. And they were so mannerable, and they were so quiet, and they were so respectful, and they were all of those things. You know, I just fell in love with them from that moment, you know. Then they had a rehearsal for the show that night. And you could see the stage from where my dressing room was located. There was a balcony kind of like that overlooked the stage. And I came out of my dressing room once they started performing, and I never do that. And I looked over the banisters. I said, oh my goodness, you know. And me and the guys went back in the dressing room, and the guys said, well, why don't you call the company and see if we can get somebody down here. So I just started calling around, and I said, somebody, if you can find Mr. Gordy, please, please, please get him down here. You know, I know he's a busy man. If you can come, somebody come and see these guys. Well, you know, that didn't happen.
However, soon their luck was about to change.
One day, Bobby Taylor called me up. He said, you got to come downstairs and see something. You're not going to believe it. Gosh, that's pretty special, because this little tiny boy was singing with all the soul and passion of a 35-year-old man. And I called Berry Gordy and I said, Mr. Gordy, I have seen something that is just great. He said, really, what is it? I said, it's an act. It's a fabulous singing group. He said, great. I said, they range in age from like 8 to 15. He said, kids?
So when she mentioned about another kids group, I just said, hey, I'm not really interested in another kids group. Not at this time.
I persisted, and he said, well, gosh, if you feel that strongly about it, I'll take a look. And he did.
They came to Motown. This is a film of their audition.
When I first saw them, there was no question that I was interested, not only interested, but I loved them all. You know, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it didn't take a genius to realize that they had, you know, the talent, and Michael was extremely special.
Berry Gordy absolutely was blown away by the Jackson 5, like we all were. The focal point of them was Michael, because he was so young and so tiny and so talented. It was like looking at a little old man performing.
Michael, his brothers, and entire family worked very hard for this moment. Their father's dream of making them stars was about